think my first experience of Eadweard Muybridge's photographs came when I was just a kid. I was a student in California, and I saw an exhibition at Stanford University, and I got a sense of an artist who intuitively understood that photography was all about time, and time passing. And for me, that was a revelation. Muybridge's life story is worthy of a Hollywood film. Muybridge is born in Kingston, just outside of London. He left at the age of 21 and came to America. At a young age, while traveling back to England from San Francisco, Muybridge was very badly injured in an accident, a bad head injury. And he returned to England in 1860 to recover from the injury. And it's during that time, between 1860 and 1866, Muybridge learned photography. He became a very accomplished and very famous photographer very quickly. He surveyed the city of San Francisco. He made many photographs in Yosemite Valley. In 1872, Muybridge met Leland Stanford, one of the great robber barons of his time. Stanford was one of the presidents of the Central Pacific Railroad, which connected the country in 1869. And Stanford's hobby was racing horses. He wanted to learn how it is that a horse runs. And so Leland Stanford commissioned Eadweard Muybridge to prove with his camera that a horse would run with all four of his hoofs off the ground at the same time. And Muybridge succeeded in doing that. The technology was very difficult to do. One couldn't really stop time with a camera then, and yet Muybridge developed new technologies to do that. It began to influence the course of art history. And when artists saw Muybridge's photographs for the first time, their first reaction was they didn't believe it. They thought they were fake. And when Muybridge was able to prove that his photographs really showed the true motion of a horse, artists began to draw horses differently. In 1874, Muybridge commits murder. Muybridge, being an accomplished photographer, was always gone. And during this time, he discovers his wife is having an affair with another man. And when Muybridge finds the evidence of this, he's so incensed that he travels, a great distance very quickly and shoots the man dead. There's a very spectacular trial, and Muybridge is acquitted of all charges because he's able to prove to the jury that the affair of his wife affected his mental stability so greatly that he was justified in committing murder. So he's exonerated. And after that time, Muybridge puts everything into his work. He travels to Central America, makes very dramatic, almost elegiac photographs about history and time passing. And it's almost as if he believes that by looking deeply into the past that he can, in some ways recover from the trauma of the present. The Corcoran Gallery of Art acquired Muybridge's masterpiece, Animal Locomotion, directly from the artist in 1887. And so the museum is very wrapped up in Muybridge's legacy. When I realized that a retrospective exhibition had not been made before, that Muybridge's work had not really been treated in its entirety, I set out to complete the circle that I began when I first saw his work. And so what it means to me is that I was able to, in some ways realize a dream in, how I think about photography by helping other people to see it the way I saw it when I was younger.